Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again. Welcome back to the next episode of the Buzzards franchise here in number 6. Last episode, we took on the Nemesis for the final time this year and lost the third game of the season against them. 8-6 the final score when our bullpen fell apart late as rookie Finley Holcorn was injured, trying to keep us in the game as he came in to stop the bleeding from an earlier rally. We tied the game back up at 6, and then he got injured, giving up 2 more runs to seal the deal as the Nemesis win their 4th game of the year, improving to 4-11 and giving us our 3rd straight loss. With that loss, we now sit at 8-7 on the year, and we need this win in the regular season finale against the division-leading Overdogs to clinch our playoff berth. If we do not win this game, we put all of our destiny basically in the hands of the Beewolves, and it'll be up to them to determine whether or not we are worthy enough to make the playoffs and defend our title from last season. On the mound for us is second-year pitcher Trenton Deputy, 1-1 with a 4.74 ERA and a 1.37 WHIP, coming off his best performance of his career, going 8 innings last time out, giving up only 2 earned runs. Ended up getting the win, which was his first career win in that episode. Despite getting injured, he's now fully healed from that line drive to the face, line drive to the body. And on the other side for the Overdogs, it is Lover Kim, their number 3 pitcher in their rotation. Their number 4 in their rotation, who was picked up in free agency earlier this year. Lover Kim is 1-0. He has a 4.15 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP. That one victory he has, courtesy of us when he was a member of the Grapplers earlier this year. He defeated us in that start and then was promptly released by the Grapplers because they wanted to improve their rotation. Grapplers, of course, are going to be in the playoffs as the number 1 seed, so I guess it was a good move for him. Lineup for today's game for us, leading off is third-year center fielder outfielder Wink Winkelson. Batting second-year second baseman head of the class Diaz. Batting third, backup catcher Jaden Norris. Fifth-year man is locked in still, that's why he's getting the start. Batting fourth out and right, third-year outfielders Worry Less, Spool Worry More. Batting fifth out in left field, sixth-year veteran Buck Big Country Swiner. Batting sixth at shortstop, second-year player, the Village Idiot Baca Boyd. Batting seventh, third-year first baseman Merriam DDP Daugherty. Batting 8th at third base, 4th-year veteran Ed the Man Manning. And batting 9th is the pitcher Deputy. Let's get it on. Alrighty, so this is it's not quite a do or die, but it feels like a do or die game. We don't win this, that means it comes down to the Beewolves. If we do win, we're probably in. So, yay. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Bullpen's crapped us out of the last 3 games. Let's see if we can stop that trend here today in the finale. Let's go. Winkelson, Diaz, and Norris up first against Kim. Leading off the game is outfielder Wink Winkelson. Center fielder was 0-for-3 last game, hitting .250. 3 RBIs on the year. Facing Kim. Kim on the year has made 2 starts. He missed a start here in the season. 1-0 with a 4.15 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP. 6 earned runs given up in his 2 starts, totaling 13 innings pitched, 15 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 1 wild pitch, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. His batting average against is .273. Wink ready, here we go. Fastball away, ball 1. Open away high, 2-0. Overdog's not really playing for anything here, just pride. They've already locked up the division. And no matter what happens, they will be at least a 2 seed in the playoffs. So they can't quite catch the Grapplers either. Grapplers got 13 wins. Best the Overdogs can do is 12. This is really just for pride and to, screw us over. 2-0 pitch coming. Fastball in there at the letters. 2-1 from Kim. Fastball at the knees, fouled back. 2-2 the count to Wink. Fastball fouled off again. 2-2 the count still. Slider down, grounded to short. Easy play for Floral. 1 out. Next up is the second-year second baseman, head of the class Diaz, hitting .431. 2 homers, 15 RBIs on the year for Diaz. Fastball inside misses, ball 1. Diaz reached base 4 times last game. He singled once and walked 3 times, driving in a run. Heater away, 2-1 with the count. Swung through it down and in, 2-1. Curveball middle in, crushed by Diaz to left center field. That's going to 1-hop to the fence out there and be extra bases. Rush gets it in quickly, but it is a 1-out double. Diaz on in scoring position as he's locked in. Here's backup catcher Jaden Norris, who had 3 hits last game. He's locked in, hitting 457, 4 RBIs on the year. Drove in 2 runs last game. Outside pitch active for him here. Heater outside, misses, ball 1. Heater inside, 2-0 the count to Norris. Fastball away, swung late, 2-1. Curveball up and in, Norris sits on it, cracks it left center field, hits it pretty well. Going back to the fence, leaping, it is in the nest! Home run for Jaden Norris, his first career home run as a member of the Buzzards. And that, I think, is his 4th home run of his career. All told, 2-0 Buzzards as we take a lead on his first homer of the year. Backup catcher coming alive as of late, and that'll bring up Worry Less, Spool Worrymore. Third-year right fielders hitting 350 on the year, 2 homers and 10 RBIs on the season. Hit his 2nd homer last episode. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. It was a 2-run shot to get him to double-digit RBIs on the season. Fastball's inside, 1-1 to Kim, who's 10s. Strike at the knees away, 1-2 as Whiffer activates here for Worrymore. Chased it high, knocked off of Kim's glove behind the mound. Infield single for Worrymore, who's hustling down the line. He's on here, and that'll bring up Buck's Big Country Swiner, 60-year left fielder hitting 353. 1 homer, 8 RBIs on the year. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Curveball middle in, turned on by Swiner and ripped, but it is foul. A little early, 1-1. Fastball up, line down the left field line. Fair ball as it drifts into foul territory. Into the corner it goes. That'll be extra bases for Swiner, and it's misplayed by Biggs out there and left. Coming around third is Worrymore. He's going to score. It is a double for Swiner. 3-0 Buzzards thanks to the miscue. Next up's the Village Idiot, Baca Boyd. 2nd-year shortstop has inside pitch active here and contact for his right-hander. Hitting 275 on the year with 3 RBIs. He had 2 hits last episode. Fastball outside, misses, ball 1. Fastball to knees, chopper to third. Buck dekes the fielder. He'll get the third on the ground out. Boyd retired, 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up third-year first baseman Merriam DDP Doherty, hitting 404. 3 homers, 13 RBIs on the season. Looking to drive in our 4th run of the inning here with a 2-out single. Heater inside, misses, ball 1. Heater up and away, high, 2-0 the count to Doherty. Fastball middle in, line to right center field. Why get a single when I can give you extra bases, coach? DDP hits it in the gap to right center. Rush chases it down. It is a 2-out double. 4-0 Buzzards as Swiner scores. Piling it on here in the first. We desperately need these runs. Next up is the 4th-year third baseman, Ed the Man Manning. 391 with 7 RBIs. First year that Manning has been a starter here in the league, and he has contributed well, hitting almost 400 here on the season and driving in his fair share of RBIs. No home runs, but that's all right. He's not a power hitter. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Chased it down and in on the heater, 1-1 the count. Fastball up the knees, line to 1 hopper to short. Picked up by Flora on the hop to first, and that will end the inning. Buzzards, though, tack on 4 runs on 5 hits as we take an early lead here, thanks to large part of the first homer of the year by backup catcher Jaden Norris. Bottom 1, it's 4-0. Kaufman, Biggs, and Floral up first for the Overdogs against Deputy. Kitty Kaufman, the 6th-year second baseman, leading off, hitting 263. 2 RBIs on the year for Kitty. Should be the first batter to face Deputy here today. Trenton on the year, 1-1. He has a 4.74 ERA and a 1.37 whip. 10 runs given up in his 3 starts, totaling 19 innings. 22 hits surrendered, 4 of them homers. He's walked 4 batters, struck out 11, and has a batting average against best on this starting rotation at .293. Good bounce back year for the sophomore pitcher. And here's the lineup he'll face from the Overdogs. After Kaufman, it is 6th-year left fielder Buster Biggs. Batting third, I think it's 5th or 6th-year shortstop Mike Floral. Batting 4th, third baseman Harrison Keith. I believe in his 3rd year. He is juiced. Be careful with him. Batting 5th at first base, locked in 6th-year vet Scooter Sandbrick. Batting 6th out in right field, 3rd-year outfielder Devin Splits. He is also locked in. Batting 7th, 6th-year center fielder Damian Rush. Batting 8th, 6th-year catcher Fiona Clark. And batting 9th is the 10th Kim. Deputy ready, here we go. Fastball and away, strike called, 0-1. As I stated earlier, Deputy's coming off the best start of his career. He went 8 innings last time out, giving up only 2 earned runs. Also got injured in that start, but he earned his first career victory in 2 seasons in the league. That's a dribbler up the middle, base hit for Kaufman. Speedster on to start the game, and that'll bring up left fielder Buster Biggs, hitting .261, 4 homers, 7 RBIs on the year for the 6th-year vet. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Well, down and in, runner goes, strike called, throw down by Norris is going to be way late. Easy stolen base for Kaufman. Norris has no arm. And Kaufman has all the wheels. Kaufman's 4th stolen base of the season. She is 4 for 4. 0-1 the count. Change him up and in. Line to second, right at Diaz. He'll make the catch, 1 out. And that'll bring up shortstop Michael Floro, hitting .328, 6 homers, 18 RBIs on the year for Floro. Big year for him. I think he's leading the league in home runs and RBIs. Change it down in the way, fouled off 0-1. I do know he is not leading in batting average. Head of the classes, he's hitting about 420. Blaze it. Sorry, it had to be said. Four-seamer away, strike called, 0-2 the count from Deputy. Slider down and in, fouled off, still 0-2. Curveball up and in. Popped up, center field. Winkelson there for it in the center. Comes in a few steps, makes the catch, 2 down. Runner tag him for third. Throw from Wink coming in, just late. Good move up by Kaufman. 2 down, and here is Harrison Keith, the third baseman, who is juiced. He also has power versus right-hander and inside pitch active. Hitting .371 in the year, 2 homers, 12 RBIs. Looking to make use of this. Are we sure he passed his roids test today? Are you sure? Because this don't look fair. First pitch change up down in the way is low, ball 1. Well, down in the way is outside, 2-0. Seamer up and away, outside, 3-0. Walking. Intentional walk given here to Keith as we were behind 3-0. I'm not dealing with it. First walk given up by Deputy. Runners at the corners here. First Sandbrick, who is RBI dub, but he is locked in. He's hitting .316, 4 RBIs on the year for Scooter. First pitch curveball down and in. Line to center, and that is a base hit as Sandbrick drives in a run, his 5th of the year. It is 4-1 Overdogs as they're on the board. 2-out rally continues, and that'll bring up locked-in right fielder Devin Splits, hitting .158. 2 homers, 9 RBIs. Down year for Splits, but he's hitting well lately. First pitch 4-seamer up and away. Swung through it, 0-1. Slider down in the way, chopped in the hole to second. Diaz there, fires the first in time, and that ends the inning as Deputy gets out of the jam, only giving up a run. He gives up 2 hits, one of them a 2-out single for a run, and he also walked a batter, but anybody would walk Harrison Keith in that situation. To the second, we're up 3. Deputy, Winkelson, and Diaz do up. Leading off the inning is the pitcher Deputy. He's hitting 1 for 5 on the year. Looking to get something started here in the second. Fastball in there for a strike, going 1. Outside heater misses, 1-1. Swung through it at the letters, 1-2 the count. Fastball middle in, chopped the second. Easy play on the backhand by Kaufman, 2 down. Or 1 down in the inning, shit. Next up is the Wink, center fielder 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. Strike in there at the knees, 0-1. High heat, 1-1 the count. Fastball away, chopped at the middle. Kaufman there on the backhand again, fires the first, 2 down. Base is empty for head of the class, who started the rally in the first inning. He doubled his first time up and scored a run. Now locked in out there. Slider hangs, line to second, but it's right at Kaufman, and that is a 1-2-3 inning as Kaufman makes all 3 outs this inning. Bottom 2, we're still up 3 runs. 4-1 the score. Rush, Clark, and Kim do up. Leading off is the 7-hitter, center fielder Damian Rush. 6th-year man, hitting .281, 3 homers, 9 RBIs on the year. First pitch slider down in the way. Chop foul by Rush, 0-1. Down and in. Strike called, 0-2. Seamer up and away. Chased it, strike 3. First punch out today for Deputy. 1 down in the inning. Next up is catcher Fiona Clark, the 6th-year vet, hitting .120. 4 RBIs on the year for Fiona. This is expected for her because she's not a very good hitter. She is a defensive-minded player, and a very good one at that. Fastball blown by her at the letters, 0-1. Change up away. Outside, 1-1. Slider up and away. Fouled off, 1-2. Curveball down and in, fouled off again. We'll do it again. 1-2 still to count. Change it down and away, fouled off. Still 1-2. Four-seamer inside, fouled off again. Four-seamer up and away, high, 2-2. Good take by Clark. Slider down and in, swung through it, strike three, back-to-back Ks to start the inning for Deputy. 2 down, bases empty for the pitcher Kim, who's hitting .500 on the year with 3 RBIs. 2 of them he's scored off of us. I believe it was on a single. Fastball high, ball 1. It's either a single or a double. Change it down and in, fouled off, 1-1. Seamer middle away, fouled off, 1-2 the count. Slider up and in, inside, 2-2. Ball away, skied ball in the center, softly hit, Winkelson there, and that's catch is made, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Deputy. To the third, it's still a 4-1 game. Hard to line up for the Buzzards here. Norris, Worrymore, and Swiner. Whew. Leading off the third inning is going to be Jaden Norris, who hit the big home run in the first inning, his first of the year. 2-run shot started the scoring today. Let's see what he does in his second at bat. Fastball down and in, line in the gap, left center field. Norris jumps on it, and it is one hop into the wall out there, as he's going to lead off the inning with a double as the speedy catcher's in ahead of the throw from Rush. Leadoff man in scoring position for Worryless, Spole Worrymore. He singled in the first inning and also scored a run. Fastball up and in, blew it by him, 0-1. Chopper knocked down by Kim. Throw to third, gets the runner back to second. Fielder's choice as Worrymore reaches. First and second, none down. Swiner up next. He doubled in a run last time up and also scored a run himself. It's his 9th RBI of the year. Fastball up and in, he'll sky that to center field, right to Rush, who's back a few steps. Runners don't tag, runners hold, 1 out on the fly out. First and second still for the Village Idiot, Baca Boyd, who's 0-for-1. Fastball low, ball 1. Curveball hangs, line to center field. Guess what? It's right at Rush. 2 down in the inning. Runners have to hold again. Doherty doubled on a runner first time up. Let's see if she can do it again here. Doing so would give her the team lead in RBIs. Slider down and in low, ball 1. She is currently tied with head of the class. DDP takes it at the letters for a strike, 1-1. Fastball down and in, grounded up the middle, base hit into shallow center. That's going to get it done. Norris coming around third. He is going to score on the single. It is 5-1 as Worrymore gets the third. Doherty now locked in, and that'll extend the inning for Manning. Grounded out his first time up. He is 0-for-1. Fastball outside, ball 1. Fastball up and in, swung through it, 1-1. Fastball middle in, blooper to right center field and shallow. Splits coming on, slides. He gets the catch, and that will end the inning. But the Buzzards get another run on the single by Doherty. 5-1 to the bottom of the third. Kaufman, Biggs, and Floral do up top of the lineup for the second time here for the Overdogs. There's Kaufman, 1-for-1 today with the single. First pitch curveball down and away. Strike called, 0-1. Zoomer up and away. Liner to second. Diaz there makes the catch on the backhand. 1 out. Next up, Buster Biggs. He's 0-for-1 today. Change it down and in. Liner into center, and Biggs is lined up for the second time today, so it's right at Wink. 2 down, and that'll bring up Floral, who's 0-for-1. He flew out to center field his first time up. Slider down and in on the first pitch is inside. Ball 1. Four-seamer down in the way. Check swing strike called. 1-1. Change up and in. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Slider up and away. Swung through it. Strike 3. Third punch up for Deputy, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the fourth, it's 5-1. Deputy, Winkelson, and Diaz do up against Kim. That's 7 in a row set down here by Deputy. Leading off the fourth is Deputy. Grounded out to second his first time up. He's now locked in at the plate. Curveball in the dirt bounces from Kim. Ball 1. Fastball middle in, line down the right field line. That is a fair ball as it gets into the corner, and Deputy delivers with his first hit of the game. And we on with a leadoff single. Second hit of the year for Deputy. He's now hitting 2 for 7 on the year. That'll bring up Winkleson, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to second, and he's also grounded out to shortstop. Fastball away, strike called, 0-1. Fastball way outside this time, 1-1 count coming. Check swing inside on the heater, 2 on the count from Kim. Sliders inside, 3-1 the count to Wink. Fastball up and in, fisted into right center field, shallow. No one's going to get there as that drops in for a hit. Deputy out at third, though, as Wink's on with a single. Runner first, one down here for Diaz, who doubled his first time up, scored a run. Line at the second base last time up. He is, however, still locked in. Curveball in there at the letters for a called strike, going 1. Heater outside, 1-1 the count to Diaz. Fastball up, line to second. Again, it's right at Kaufman, who drops it this time. Wink will beat the throw to second. It is a single for Diaz on the error. Next up, Norris, 2 for 2 today. 2-run homer and a double last time up. He is locked in. He's also scored twice. Fastball inside, ball 1. Slider away, lined into right field, base hit for Norris, and that's going to keep it going. Base is loaded now with 1 down. Third hit today for Norris. He's now a triple shy of the cycle. Next up, Worry Less, Worry More. 1 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice last time up. He's also singled. Fastball outside, ball 1. Low heater, 2-0 the count as Kim needs to get one over here in a hurry. Fastball down the middle. That's going to be a bad spot for it as it's lined in the center. 1 run is in, second runner coming around. Here comes the throw to the plate. Just in time to get Diaz. Outfield assist for Rush, but it's an RBI single for Worry Less as it's 6-1 Buzzards. Next up, Swiner, 1 for 2 today. He's doubled in a run. He flew out to center field last time up. Slider away, strike called, 0-1. Slider up and away, line to left. It's going to hang up, though, for Biggs to make the catch, and that will end the inning. Buzzards tack on another run, although it should have been 2. 6-1 to the bottom of the 4th. Keith, Sandbrick, and Splits to up here against Deputy. Here's Harrison Keith. He was intentionally walked his first time up after we fell behind 3-0 in the count. So no official at bat yet today for him. Fastball up and away. Check swing outside. Ball 1. Slider down and away. Fouled off. 1-1. He's up and away. Driven into center field on the line. Right at Winkleson, who makes the catch. 1 out. Next up is Scooter Sandbrick, who singled in the only run today for the Overdogs back in the first inning. He is 1 for 1. Slider down and in. Low, ball 1. Fastball up and in. Strike called. 1-1. For ball away. Outside. 2-1. Change of middle in. Line to second. Diaz dives off his glove into right field. Base hit for Sandbrick. That ends a streak of 8 consecutive batters retired for Deputy. Sandbrick now 2 for 2, and that'll bring up Splits. Runner at first, 1 down. He lined out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Fastball down and away, grounded to short, right at Boyd. He'll flip the second one. He has the first in-time double play, and that ends the inning as Splits is down to neutral mojo. 1 hit for the Dogs, but it's erased on a double play ball to the 5th. It's 6-1. Boyd, Doherty, Manning, and the pitcher slot due up here to start the 5th. So far, so good for the Buzzards as we look to keep the momentum going. Boyd up next. He's 0 for 2. Lined out to center field last time up. Fastball inside, ball 1. Heater outside, 2-0 the count to Kim. Fastball down and in, ripped the first, but right at Sandbrick, 1 down. Next up, DDP. She has doubled in a run and singled in a run. She is 2 for 2 today and locked in. Fastball up and away, lined into left. Hangs up for Biggs, though, to make the catch. 2 down. That's going to bring up Ed the Man Manning. He is grounded out to short and flown out to center. Fastball high, ball 1. Slider away, grounder to short. Easy play for Flora on a hop to first. That's a 3-up, 3-down inning here for Kim. He desperately needed that one. Bottom 5, we're still up 5 runs, though. 6-1 the score. Bottom 3 in the lineup up for the Dogs here against Deputy, Rush, Clark, and Kim. There's Damian Rush. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch fastball up and in. Fouled off. 0-1. Curveball down and away. Low in the dirt. 1-1. Down and in. Chap foul. 1-2. Slider put away. Fouled off. Still 1-2. Receiver down and away. Chased it in the dirt. Strike 3. Fourth punch out today for Deputy. Second for Rush. 1 down in the inning, and I'll bring up Fiona Clark, who's also struck out swinging her first time up. She is 0 for 1. First pitch change up middle in. Strike called. 0-1. Receiver up and away. Strike called. 0-2. Curveball down in the way. Outside in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Slider down and in. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Receiver up and away. Chased it. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Deputy. His 5th today. Second for Clark as well. 2 down, and that'll bring up the pitcher slot. Kim. Will they pinch hit? Yes, they will. Coming off the bench is veteran third baseman, 6th-year man, Keg Gutterson. .333 average on the year with 1 RBI for Keg. Not a whole lot of playing time for him with Harrison Keith on the roster, unfortunately. First pitch change up down and away. Low ball 1. Fastball up and away. Strike call. 1-1. Slider put in. Liner to second up the middle. Diaz backhands it on a hop to first. In time, another 1-2-3 inning for Deputy, his 3rd today. Gutterson off. Coming out of the bullpen for the Dogs, it is Kendra Kerr. The 6th-year vet as she is locked in coming into this appearance. Instead of 6, we're still up 5 runs. Deputy leads us off here in the 6th, followed by Winkelson and Diaz. Deputy leading off is now on fire. He's 1 for 2 today with a single at the plate. Here's a look at Kerr's numbers on the year. Kendra making her final appearance of the season here. She is 3-0 with a 5 ERA and a 1.28 whip. 10 earned runs given up in her 14 appearances, totaling 18 innings pitched, 17 hits surrendered, 3 homers, 6 walks, 13 strikeouts. Batting average against for her on the year, .239. She will have appeared in every game this season except 1. Slider in there for a strike, going 1. Good pitch from Kerr to get ahead. Fastball in there, 0-2 as Kata activates for her. Fastball inside, fouled off. Do it again. Fastball up and in, popped up down the left field line, giving Chase Keith. He will call off Flora to make the catch. 1 out. Next up is the Wink. Outfield singled his first last time up. He is 1 for 3. He's also grounded out and flown out as that slider's down and in low, ball 1. Heater up and away, strike called, 1-1. Fastball at the knees, turned on by Wink and crushed into the left field corner. That's 1 hopping to the wall. Biggs gives chase and gets it in, but it is a 1-out double for Wink. He is 2 for 4. Puts the speedster in scoring position here for head of the class Diaz. 1 for 3 today with a double. He has lined out twice as well. Last time he lined out to first base, he's also lined out to second base. Curveball bounces in the dirt, ball 1. Slider down and in is low. 2-0 the count. Curveball at the knees, ripped by Diaz into left center field over the leaping shortstop. Down for a hit. Coming around third is Wink. He's going to score easily as there's no arm out there on left. RBI single for Diaz, his first RBI today. It is 7-1 Buzzards as we tack on another insurance run. Next up, backup catcher Jaden Norris. He singled last time at the plate. He is 3 for 3 today with a 2-run homer, a double, and a single. He is a triple shy of the cycle. Kerr no longer locked in. Fastball up and in is high. Ball 1. Slider away, lined in the gap. Right to Kaufman, who makes the catch, though. 2 down. Now to bring up Worry Moore. Spool 2 for 3 today. He has singled twice, driving in a run last time up. He's also reached base on a fielder's choice ground ball. He's been on base all 3 times today. Pitch, fastball up and in, almost drills Worry Moore as he gets out of the way. 1-0 the count. Curveball up and in, and he turns on it and says, "Bitch, don't throw at me." He hits it off the high wall out there as it bounces away from Biggs. Coming around third is Diaz. He is going to score easily on the double. It is 8-1 Buzzards. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, bitch. Next up, Big Country, 1 for 3 today with an RBI double. Slider hangs and it's fouled off. 0-1, just missed that one. Curveball middle in, ripped the one hopper to second. Good pick by Kaufman, and she'll make the play to first to end the inning. But the Buzzards get 2 more insurance runs off of Kendra Kerr, 8-1 to the bottom of the 6th. Kaufman, Biggs, and Flora will face Deputy, who's now pitching with a 7-run lead. Mind you, he is still on fire. Here's Kaufman, 1 for 2 today with a single. She's also stolen a base, and she made an error in the field 2 innings ago. That's why she is tense. First pitch curveball middle in, strike called, 0-1. Seam repping away, strike called, 0-2. Tough out activates here for Kaufman. Change it down in the way. Chopper in the hold of second. Diaz over for it, cuts it off, fires to first, 1 down. Next up, Biggs. He's 0 for 2 today. Fastball away, outside, ball 1. Curveball down and in. Ripped on the ground to first. Already dives, knocks it down. Good stop. Flips it to Deputy in time. 2 down. Good play there. Good cover there by Deputy as well. And that'll bring up Floral. He's 0 for 2 today. Slider at the knees. Strike called. 0-1. Fastball up and in. Chased it inside. 0-2 the count. Change it down and in. Fouled off. 0-2 the count. Up and away. Floral lines it in the gap. Left center field. Wink going over. Not going to get there. And that's going to get out to the wall out there. In left center field. Wink gets it in. It is a 2-out double, though, for Florals. He's in scoring position to keep the inning alive. That'll knock Deputy down to locked in mojo. That'll bring up Harrison Keith. He lined out the center field last time up, making him tense. He's also walked today. He's 0 for 1. Fastball down into knees. Grounded to second. Right at Diaz. Will make the play to first in time, and that will end the inning as Deputy strands the runner. Quality start here for Deputy through 6 innings. To the 7th, we're still up 7. Boyd due to lead off, followed by Doherty and Manning, as we're going to start making some defensive changes here, as we do have a big lead, and I want to get the bench guys in to get some time here before the playoffs. Bill Jitty at 0 for 3 today. We will be pinch hitting for him as he's not done anything. Coming off the bench is 5th-year backup middle infielder Nathaniel Hurls. Power's right-hander active for him. He'll take over at shortstop, hitting .350 on the year with 2 RBIs. See what he does here with this pinch hit at bat. Fastball up and in, strike called, 0-1. Fastball away, he'll line it softly to short, easy catch for Floral, 1 out. Next up, DDP. Doherty's 2 for 3 today. She's doubled in a run and singled today, driving in a run as well. Lined out last time up. Fastball low, ball 1. Low again, 2-0 the count. About the knees, ripped the first. Nice diving stop by Sandbrick. He'll pick it up and flip to the pitcher in time. 2 down. That'll bring up the man, Ed Manning, third baseman, 0 for 3 today. Coming out of the bullpen, it is right-hander Rocket Ramon. 6th-year pitcher making his appearance today. Final appearance of the year for him as well. He's making his 14th of the year. No record, a 4.15 ERA and a 1.15 whip. 6 earned runs given up in 13 appearances, totaling 13 innings, 11 hits surrendered, 4 walks, 2 homers, and 12 strikeouts. Batting average against is second best on the bullpen at .212 on the year. Pinch hitting here for Manning. It's going to be rookie third baseman Rafael Loins as he'll take over at the hot corner next inning. Rookie batting only 1 for 10 on the year, is mostly a pinch hitter. Not a great year for him, but then again, he didn't get to play a whole lot, so. Ramon coming into out of the bullpen tense as that fastball's right down the middle, 0-1. Change of pulled foul by Loins, 0-2 the count. Change of pull foul again, we'll do it again. Slider at the knees, chopper in the hole to short. Keith charges in bare hands at the first in time. That ends the inning, 1-2-3 for Ramon and Keith. Bottom 7th, it is 8-1. Sandbrick splits and rush due up against Deputy. Sandbrick leading off, 2 for 2 today. He has singled twice and driven in a run. So far, the only run. Still locked in. Sandbrick the only batter to reach base every time he's been at the plate today. So far. Slider down and in inside. Ball 1. Fastball away. Sandbrick takes it for a check swing strike. 1-1 the count. For ball up and in. Lined in the right center field. Leaping Diaz over his glove into right center. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Extra bases here for Sandbrick as he'll be 3 for 3 today. It is a leadoff double. Next up, Devin Splits. He's 0 for 2 today. Right fielder grounded into double play last time up. He's also grounded out. First pitch fastball down and in. Strike called. 0-1. Down and away. Chopped up the third base line. One's there in the backhand. Looks the runner back and fires the first in time. 1 down. That'll bring up Damian Rush. Center fielder 0 for 2 today. He has struck out swinging twice. First pitch curveball down and away. Swung through it in the dirt. 0-1. Slider up. High. 1-1. Good take there. Receiver down and in. Broken bat, foul ball. 1-2 the count. New lumber in hand here for Rush. Change up and in. Lined in the gap left center field. Winkelson going over. Won't get there as that'll get all the way to the wall, and that'll be extra bases here for the speedy Rush. He'll replace the runner at second base as it's 8-2 on the RBI double. Next up, Fiona Clark, 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts. First pitch change up at the knees. Rip foul. 0-1. Fastball up. Fouled off. 0-2 the count. Curveball at the knees. Low. 1-2 the count. Change it down and in. Inside. 2-2. Side up and away. Way outside. Off the catcher's glove as well as Rush is going to move up to third on the wild pitch. Payoff pitch coming to Clark. Fastball up and in. Blooper into right field. Shallow wormer coming on slides. He can't get there, and that is an RBI single for Clark. 8-3. Overdogs now within 5 as Deputies no longer locked in. Now to bring up the pitcher slot here. Pinch hitting for Ramon. It is catcher Terry Leonaire. Hitting .205. 1 homer on the year. 3 RBIs as she is tense. Fastball down and in. Line down the left field line. Swiner going over. Lays out, and he one-hops to his glove. Clark digging for third. She'll beat the throw. Runners at the corners, 1 down. Here's Kaufman, 1 for 3 with a single. Deputy done after 6 1/3 innings. He gives up 8 hits, 1 walk, which was intentional. Strikes out 6 batters, and he's given up 3 unruns so far. It is a quality start, but if the runner at third scores, it no longer is. Coming out of the bullpen here. Is going to be Hesto Despot, as we are going to or actually, is it? Yeah, maybe. Let me see. Who's coming out of the bullpen? Yeah, I guess it should be Despot, and we can just always pinch hit for him next inning, I guess. Because I'm not going to use, I'm not going to use him. Okay, yeah, we'll just pinch hit for him next inning. Despot coming off out of the bullpen here. Second-year pitcher is 1-1 with a 6.17 ERA and a 1.29 WHIP. 8 earned runs given up in 7 appearances, total with 1 save recorded. He's thrown 11 2/3 innings, 13 hits, given up 2 homers, 2 walks, and 13 strikeouts. Batting average against currently at .271 for Despot, who is still tense following the loss he gave up to the Crocodons 3 games ago when he gave up a walk-off 2-run homer to lose the game. Fastball ways outside on the first pitch, ball 1. On a pitch to Kaufman, curveball down and in, strike call, 1-1. Change up and away, check swing, it's high, 2-1. Zoomer down and away, check swing at the knees, called strike, 2-2. Tough out active for Kaufman here. Zoomer down and in, inside, full count. Change up and in. Liner up the middle to short. Hurls there to make the catch. 2 down. Runners have to freeze. That'll put all the pressure on Biggs, who's 0 for 3 today. Looking to come through here with a clutch hit to get his team back in the game. First pitch 2-seamer down and in is inside from Despot. Ball 1. Fastball down and away. Blooper into left field shallow. Swiner coming on. He will make the catch, and that's going to end the inning as Despot strands the 2 inherited runners. Overdogs score 2 in the inning to bring it back to a 5-run deficit, but they are still down 8-3. Coming out of the bullpen here for the Overdogs, it is closer Ice Vayner. The 8th, we're down 5. Despot due to lead off first, then Winkelson and Diaz due up. There's Despot leading off. Short sophomore pitcher is hitting 1,000 on the year. He's 1 for 1. Here's a look at Vayner's numbers on the season. Ice has no record, a 3.72 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP. In his 10 appearances, he's recorded 3 saves, given up 5 runs, 4 of them earned in 9 2/3 innings. He's given up 11 hits, 1 homer, 2 walks, and struck out 4. Batting average against for the 6th-year vet is .282. And we are going to pinch hit here for Despot. Coming off the bench is going to be catcher Burn Oliver, who is known affectionately around the clubhouse as B.O., not because of his body odor. I've decided it is because he is burnt out. He almost never succeeds in any RBI chance given to him, despite having RBI man. He's a complete flameout, or burnout as you call it. 258 average, 1 homer, 2 RBIs on the year for Burn. Strike there at the knees, 0-1. Heater up and away, 1-1 the count. Chased it high, 1-2 the count, bad swing. Fastball middle in is chased and popped up the shortstop. Easy catch for Floral, 1 out. Next up is the Wink. Winkelson's 2 for 4 today with a double and a single. He's also scored once. Fastball up and in is high, ball 1. Fastball away, swung through it, 1-1 the count. Slider at the knees, ripped up the middle on the ground, and Winkelson has his 3rd hit today. He is 3 for 5 now. He'll be on with 1 down, and that'll bring up head of the class Diaz, who doubled in a run last time up. He is 2 for 4. He's also singled, and he's locked in still. Fastball up and in is high and inside, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, chopper to first, Sandbrick the second 1, Floral to back to first, in time, double play, and that does end the inning without issue. Bottom of the 8th we go, coming off the bench, coming out of the bullpen to pitch, is going to be all about that base. Pewter basis, the 3rd-year right-hander, comes out of the bullpen locked in. Bottom 8, we're up 5 still. Hard to line up for the Dogs. Floral, Keith, and Sandbrick. Leading off is the shortstop Floral, who doubled last time at the plate. He is 1 for 3. He'll be the first batter to face base here out of the pen. Pewter on the year is 2-1. He has a 5.56 ERA and a 1.32 WHIP. 7 earned runs given up in only 1 of his appearances. 7 appearances total, 1 save recorded. He's thrown 11 in the 3rd innings, 13 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 2 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Batting average against on the year, 289 for base. First pitch fastball down and away. Strike called, 0-1. Curveball down and in the dirt, on the bounce, 1-1. Slider up and away. Floral rips it down the left field line. That is going to be a fair ball into the corner. Swider gets to it quickly, but it'll still be a leadoff double for Floral, who's now 2 for 4. Going to bring up Keith, who's over 2 today with a walk. He is lined out and grounded out today. Trade's still active for him. First pitch 2-seamer down in the way, low, ball 1. Fastball down in the way, fouled off, 1-1. Ball down in the way, check swing strike called, 1-2 as K-Man activates for base. 2-seamer up and away, fouled off, still 1-2 count. Slider outside, misses, ball 2. 2-2 pitch coming, fastball up and away, check swing outside, full count now. See him down in the way, chased it outside, strike 3, first punch out for base. 1 down in the inning. That's true, Hoon, I did forget to say that. We'll make sure we get it in here once. Next up is Scooter Sandbrick, 3 for 3 today. He is doubled, singled twice, driving in a run back in the 1st inning on one of those singles. So far the only batter to reach base every time at the plate. First pitch from Pewter, 2-seamer down in the way, strike called, 0-1. Fastball up and in, swung through it, 0-2 the count. Curveball down and in, coming. Fouled off, Sandbrick stayed alive. 0-2 pitch coming, slider up and away. Check swing called, strike 3 as it's all about that base, no trouble. Second punch out for base here, 2 down. 0-3, Devin splits up next. Right fielder looking to drive in the runner from second. First pitch slider down in the way, in the dirt, ball 1. Fastball inside, check swing strike, 1-1. 2-seamer up and away, high, 2-1. Curveball down and in, splits chops at the 3rd, loins there for it, he'll fire to first in time, and that's going to end the inning as base strands the leadoff double at 2nd. To the 9th, it's still 8-3. Heart of the lineup coming up for the Buzzards. Norris, Worrymore, and Swiner. He's always had K-Man, actually. Base has always had it. We just forget about that because of how poorly his rookie season started. Norris coming up here, leading off 3 for 4. He's still a triple shy of the cycle. He's hit a 2-run homer, doubled and singled, and lined out the second base last time up. Facing the closer Vayner in his 2nd inning of work. Fastball inside, strike called, 0-1. Inside, 0-2. Interesting note, Norris and Vayner were teammates. Both of them were on the Sandcats together. So that's grounded to short. Florida first, one down. Yep, he quietly just kept getting better after, you know, how bad it started was. Next up's Worry Less. He's 3 for 5 today. Fastball, but in high, ball one. Slider down and away low, 2-0 the count. Heater up and in, 3-0. Composed activates here for Vayner. Outside 4-pitch walk as he wants nothing to do with Worry Less. Spool reaches, and that'll bring up Buck Swiner. 1 for 4 today with an RBI double. We are going to pinch hit for Big Country here. Coming off the bench is going to be fifth-year outfielder Carter Balls Mahoney, as he'll come off the bench to get his at-bat of the game, hitting .378. 5 RBIs on the year for Balls. Slider inside, strike called from Vayner, 0-1. Fastball put in, one hopper to second. Kaufman there flips the second one. Florida first, in-time double play, and that will end the inning. Bottom 9, it is 8-3. Rush, Clark, and Vayner due up here against base. There's Rush, 1 for 3 today. RBI double last time up. He's also struck out twice today. We're going to make a defensive sub here, and we are going to bring in Atticus Macias to play first base. Shame we couldn't get him in at bat today, but it is what it is. At least everybody will get to play here in the regular season finale. First pitch fastball down and away. Strike called, 0-1. Seamer up and in. Rip foul, 0-2. Slider inside. Low and inside, 1-2. Grab up and away. Swung through it, strike 3. Third punch out here for base. And third for Rush, as it's all about the base. No trouble. Next up, Fiona Clark, 1 for 3. RBI single last time at the plate. She's also struck out twice today. Fastball away. Swung through it, 0-1. Slider down and in. Check swing low, 1-1. Seamer up and in. High, 2-1. Seamer up and away. High, 3-1. Good take by Clark. Ball down and away. Strike called, full count. Seamer down and in. Swung through it, strike 3. Fourth punch up for base and third for Clark. All about that base. About that base. No trouble. Pitcher slot due up next. Pinch hitting for Vayner. It is outfielder Salvador Eaton hitting .421. 2 homers, 4 RBIs for Salvador. Looking to extend the game here for the Dogs. First pitch to him, curveball middle in. Swung through it as he whiffs badly, 0-1. Two-seamer away. Outside, 1-1. Good take there. Slider down in the way. Chased it, 1-2 the count. Fastball up and in. High and inside, 2-2. Seamer up and away. Swung through it, strike 3. Base gets his 5th punch out of the game as he strikes out the side in the 9th to nail it down. Buzzards win in the finale. 8-3 the final, and that almost guarantees us a playoff spot. We just need the B-Wolves to lose once in their final 2 games to officially clinch. If they win out, it comes down to run differential. Good way to end it. Good offensive day. 8 runs, 15 hits. Love to see it. Started early, kept the pressure on them, and kicked them all the way to the curve. Overdogs I don't think were really trying, though, as they were already locked in as the top seed from our division. So they're going to be the number 2 seed no matter what. They had nothing to play for. They've already won the division, so, you know, they weren't really trying, I don't think. But we'll take them any way we can get them. GG, thank you, and thank you. Batting lines, everybody in our bench got to bat today. All the starters got to bat. Unfortunately, the only one who didn't get to bat was Atticus Macias. Second-year first baseman will have to wait. Hit list today for us were Mahoney, Boyd, Hurls, Manning, Loins, and Oliver. Shocking. Deputy even chipped in a hit. 2 hits today for Doherty. She drives in 2 runs, 1 on a double, 1 on a single. Swiner has an RBI double back in the first inning. Warrimer has 2 RBIs on the day, both on 1 on the double, 1 on the single. Jaden Norris had a 2-run homer in the first inning that really kicked off the scoring, and Diaz had an RBI double in the middle innings. For the Overdogs, hitless today, Biggs, Keith, who was juiced, surprisingly, Splits, Kim, Gutterson, and Eaton. Everyone else got at least 1 hit. RBI for Scooter Sandberg in the first inning on an RBI single. Damian Rush chipped in an RBI double in the 7th inning, and Fiona Clark had an RBI single also in the 7th inning. Pitching lines, Trenton Deputy gets back-to-back wins in his final 2 starts of the year as he improves to 2-1 in the year, going 6 1/3 innings. He gives up 8 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, gets a quality start. He finishes at 2-1 in the year and keeps his ERA under 5 for the first time in his career. Hesto Despot goes 2/3 of an inning to close out the 7th. Scoreless, good for him. Helps that confidence of his. And Pewter Base goes 2 innings, giving up a hit and striking out 5 en route to a hold. On the side for the Overdogs, Kim only 5 innings for the starter, 11 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 home run given up as we get our comeuppance on him. Both his decisions this year have come against us. He falls to 1-1. Kendra Kerr, Rocket Ramona, and Ice Vayner combined for 4 innings out of the pen as they throw 4 scoreless innings. 4 mostly scoreless innings, only 2 earned runs given up by Kerr there in the 8th as insurance runs. 4 hits given up total with 1 walk surrendered by Vayner. Jaden Norris is your player of the game as he finishes a triple shy of the cycle, hitting his first homer of the year, which was a 2-run shot. He also scored twice. Worry less, but Worrymore is the runner-up, goes 3 for 4, doubles in 2 runs, scores a run, and singles twice. He actually technically reaches base all 5 times he's at the plate. He just unfortunately reached on a fielder's choice ground ball that nobody was retired on. And in 3rd place, it is Scooter Sandberg, who goes 3 for 4 at the plate, doubling, singling twice, driving in a run, and scoring once. Not bad at all. That's the way you want to end it, with a W. So now we will take a look to see if we will be in the playoffs or not. And more important question is, well, actually, if we make it, we're going to be the 4th seed. There's no really other questions. Do we need to make any roster moves? And we'll check season stats to see how everything shakes out here. Here we go. First, let's take a look around the league. Marshall Cuevas loses 2 velocity. Not ideal. Trying to build him up. Platypi sign Andre Candela as they cut Caden Clark. Hercules Bentley is off the Blowfish, replaced by Rusty Bustum. Sammy Shigatani goes to the Jacks as they cut Felipe Fowl. Fonzo Guns to the Crocs as they replace Miguel Duke, beefing up the bullpen for the playoffs. Paxton Griffith gets +4 power. He's a pitcher. Could you put it somewhere else, please? Like, I don't know, junk. Burnout gets +2 speed. Good for him. And Deputy +2 junk after that victory. Love to see it. Alright, let's sim up. Are we going to make the playoffs? B-Wolves have the first game here in the sim and the 5th game, so we need to pay close attention to them. If they lose even one, either one of those games they lose, we're automatically in. Here we go. Grapplers, do your job. Come on, don't blow this. Yes! We're in, baby. No suspense here. We are locked in as the 4th and final seed for the playoffs. Heaters win over the Wide Loads 11-5 in a garbage game. Sirloins crushed the Moonstars in a garbage game 7-1. Moonstars are already locked in. Herbisaur's looking to secure a spot here, but they win 14-2, but it's too little too late for them. Hot Corners will still win the division. Beavles win the finale in a game that doesn't matter, 7-6 as they finish at 500. Crocodons blow the Jacks out of the water 13-3, getting their 11th win and winning the division. Nemesis win 4-3 in their finale against the Jacks, and the Jacks proceed to lose also to the Heaters 3-2 as they lose their last 3 games to finish at 5-11. Blowfish wins 6-2 here in the final game of the sim against the Moonstars. So I guess the Overdogs did have something to play for. They just didn't show up. They now lose the division. They're going to be the 3 seed. And they're going to have to go face... They're going to face the Crocs. But they're not going to have home field advantage. And we're going to go face the Grapplers again in the first round. Deja vu, we just did this last year. Fuck. It's the same playoff matchup. Shit. What the fuck? And again, we're 9-7. With the worst run... Yeah, with the worst run differential to make the playoffs. Besides the Moonstars. Deja vu, anybody? Oh, and the Hot Corners. Damn, the Hot Corners have a -4 run differential, and they won the division. What the shit kind of crap is this? +55 for the Grapplers. Yeah, they're the juggernauts this year. I didn't want to play them in the first round again. Why, God? Why? They don't like us. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at these player development options here. See what we can do. Not worried about this one for Swiner. Dumb one for Norris. I like this one for Despot. I really like this one for Despot. This is the one I was looking at to get. This is a decent one for Oliver, honestly. He's not fast enough for bad jumps to be a factor here. And we could always use extra arm on a catcher. I don't like this one for Mahoney. It doesn't really... I mean, yeah, it would make him a good power hitter, but we play at Shaka, so is that really a smart move? And this one for Daugherty, she doesn't need the power, honestly. She's already a good power hitter. Well, let's get this one for Despot, and we'll see what kind of money we have left. Let's start there first, because that's the one I'm definitely getting. Big chance for K-Man, +1 power. Only 8 velocity, which is fine. 88 now, down to 57 accuracy. Does not get K-Man. Damn, I was hoping he got it. That would have been a nice upgrade before the playoffs. Alright, and then let's see. Can't afford that one. Not even going to worry about it. I don't like Swiner's. I don't like Norris's. Alright, so Oliver, arm for a catcher, or put the power and speed into Mahoney and sacrifice some arm. His arm's already pretty good. I mean, if we're being honest, Oliver's probably going to start the playoffs as the starting catcher because Norris is going to lose his locked-in mojo, so... Would be smarter to upgrade Oliver, but Oliver already has a pretty good arm, so this is kind of dumb. I say we just pour it into Mahoney and have another bat off the bench we can use. Let's do that. Alright, Carter. Only the 1 power. Okay, 75. Gets the 6 speed up to 49 and down to 87 arm. That's fine. He's now a B+. Yes! Good job, Carter. Ball's getting a little bit better. Alrighty, let's go ahead and look around the league. Let's look at this team stats first here to see how we did, and we'll go from there. Alright, so looking at stats for the year, how'd we do? Well, Winkelson, he was cold for pretty much the middle to the end of the season. He only got 14 hits. Last year's leader in batting average on the team only hits 286, so very down year for Wink. Head of the class really stepped up in his sophomore campaign. He led the team in RBIs with 16. He had 2 homers, which is tied for second on the team, and he had the best batting average on the team for starters. Qualified players, I think he also wins the batting title. I'll have to check that. Jaden Norris came alive really late in those last couple of games. Hit 475, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Honestly, I'm probably going to start him over Oliver in the playoffs because Norris delivered this season. Oliver did nothing. Warrymore, another solid year, 375, 2 homers, 12 RBIs, another double-digit RBI year for him. Big Country hit pretty well for the middle part of the year, 345, 1 homer, 9 RBIs, he did his job. Village Idiot, not a hitter, no homers again, 3 RBIs, 259 batting average against. Does he have a home run in his career? Yeah, no, okay, yeah, he's not a hitter. He hit well in his rookie year, but his stats, he's not a hitter. Come on. He's not supposed to hit. He's here to field. Daugherty, another solid year. Second on the team in batting average for qualified hitters. 410. 3 homers led the team, and she finished second on RBIs with 15. Another big year for DDP. Ed, the man, hits 367, 7 RBIs. Solid year for Ed in his first year as a starter. Mahoney hit well off the bench again, 370, 5 RBIs. He got to play a lot as well, played a lot of starts because Winkelson kept, fucking up. Or Warrymore, one of those two would be tense at one point or another. Oliver still hasn't learned how to hit, only 1 homer, 2 RBIs, 250 average, pretty down year for him. Compared to his first 2 years, yeah, he had a breakout year was last year, and then he just fell off again. Performed even worse. Jesus. What am I going to do with you, Burnout? Hurls, another solid year off the bench. 7 for 21, 2 RBIs. Chipped in when we needed him to as a pinch hitter. Macias did the same thing. Solid year, 429. Loins struggled as a pinch hitter. Only 1 for 11 all year. But hey, he never got to play that much, so I'm not surprised he struggled. We keep pouring some development into him. He'll probably get better. Down to pitching. Down year for Hokie. To be fair, he was hurt for his last start, which inflated that ERA. And down year in strikeouts, he doesn't even reach 20, going from 38 to only half of what he had last year, 19. Pretty down year for Judy. Only got 21 innings in. it was a bad year for Judas. The first one he's had all in his career, I think, where it was this bad. Yeah. Outside of that, I mean, nothing can match his rookie campaign. I mean, come on, dude won Rookie of the Year, but yeah, this is just an outlier year for him. I think next year he'll come back strong. He's fine. Bon, solid year, 2 wins, no losses, 4.01 ERA. Good bounce back year in her 3rd season, coming off that big playoff performance last season. Nothing worries me with her. She did well. Griffith is a good pitcher. Don't get me wrong. He's got to stop giving up home runs. He gave up 6. That's why his ERA is so damn high, and that's why he still never got a win. He had 3 no decisions and 1 loss. Didn't give the bullpen games the win. Deputy came on big in the second half of the year. 2-1, 4.62 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Solid year for him. Good bounce back year. He's going to make the playoff roster this year. I have no complaints about him. He pitched well, especially in the latter half of the year. I don't think he even gave up a home run in his last 2 starts. Go to the bullpen base. He had 1 bad outing, just 1. Other than that, lockdown reliever, no complaints. He's in. Despot never quite recovered from that blown win against the Crocodons. Kept his ERA under 6 though, but he's got to get out of his own head and get back into it for the playoffs. Holcorn got injured in his last appearance, so that's where that loss came from. Kept his ERA under 4 in his rookie campaign. Did his job against left-handers. He shut them down. Solid year for him. No complaints. Cuevas, another good year as the mop-up man. Lowest ERA in the bullpen once again. Outside of those last couple of appearances against the Nemesis and Jacks, no complaints about Cuevas. He'll be fine. I don't think we're going to make any changes here, but let's just take a peek and see who's available. You know, maybe I'll change my mind. Okay, well, I don't have enough money for $20 million, people. I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, we could go Felipe Foul here for Ed Manning. I mean, no, we can't. It's $18 million. Not quite. Tools for Boyd. Honestly, I like Boyd. I see no reason to get rid of him. Although it would be a smart move, but you know what? It's okay. You know what? What we could do? We could get rid of Loins, because we have 3 people who can play third base. And Loins really didn't do anything in the regular season. We could bring in Tools. Tools would play backup. She would be the starting shortstop. We'd have Boyd on the bench. And she could move to the outfield for any of our positions. Okay, so we'll think about her. I like that. We don't need an outfielder. We don't need a first baseman. Jameer Shoei, the rookie. Or is he in his 2nd year? Shoei's in his 2nd year, right? Yeah, 2nd year. Did not hit well, which is surprising given how good his hitting ratings are. Fields phenomenally, though. Dude is a killer fielder. The only thing about him is he only plays shortstop, so I'll have to think about that one. Donga. She would be a good bat off the bench, but other than that, not seeing it, not feeling it either. Jumps, again, just a bat off the bench. And I don't need a second baseman, so pass. Lloyd Cook, again, nope. Don't need an outfielder. Got Bentley. Don't need a first baseman. Rip Dingers. Okay, Rip Dingers, power bat off the bench, RBI man. Maybe rip it. Nah, I'm not a big fan of Dingers, honestly. Outside of that, I don't see any other bench players that I like overly love. So it's between Shoei and Tools for me. And over here, pitching. Honestly, Deputy's making the playoff roster. Bonbon's making the playoff roster. So's Hokie. I know Hokie was really bad this year. But to be fair, he was injured and it was a down year in general, so I can't hold it against him. The only person I would debate replacing is Griffith. And the only problem with Griffith is he gives up too many home runs. If he keeps the ball in the ballpark, he's a good pitcher. And honestly, I mean, shit, Hurley Bender would be nice if we can get him for Griffith and get our bat. But I don't think we're going to get the bat and the arm. That's the problem. So yeah, I think we just keep the starters the way they are. Any good relievers here? So we got Primo the closer. I don't really need a closer, honestly. Frequent, nah. Mason, oh god, no. Gaston Morris, left-handed specialist. I already have Holcorn, so no. Overo, on the other hand. Hold on now. That's a lot of money, though. I don't think we have enough to afford that. Only a 3-pitch reliever. I don't like low 3-pitch relievers, so yeah. Outside of that, I don't think we're going to touch pitching. I think we just keep the pitchers that we have and go with it. So really, do we want Tools or do we want Shoei? That is the question. If we have Shoei, he's going to start at shortstop. And then we have Boyd off the bench to pinch hit against right-handers only. And Boyd's not a good hitter. We get Tools again. Same thing, except Tools can slide to the outfield for us. Along with Boyd. Boyd does the same thing. And then we'll still have Hurls who can play second and shortstop on the bench as well. And they're both cost the same too. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Alright, Tools is more power. Tools is more contact. Tools and Shoei have the same speed, so I'll discount that. Shoei has the off-fielding, and he has a slightly better arm. So, they're pretty even across the board. Price is the same. Honestly, it's who do you want more at that point? Tools does have stealers, so if she does get on base, she can steal. Shoei, if he gets on, he might run against the weaker arm catchers, but that's about it. And Shoei's been unproven this year. What did Tools do this season? Tools hit 286. Didn't get to play a whole lot for the wide loads this year. Only 10 games, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, 286 average. Not her worst average, actually. She hit about her career average. Okay. Decent year power-wise. Decent RBI year as well. 2 for 3 in steals. Shoei did what again? Let me refresh my memory here. Shoei, he went 3 for 7 for 39. He only hit 179. 1 homer, 4 RBIs on the year. Then again, the Platypi did suck this year. But again, in his rookie year for the Moonstars, he didn't do much either. And he got cut both years. I think this guy just needs a chance. If he gets a chance on a good team, he might do something. You know what? I'm going to give the young gun a shot. I'm going to bring him in. Loins, I don't think you're ready for playoff baseball, buddy. You're a decent guy off the bench, but you only went 1 for 11. Let me get Shoei in here, see what he can do. Let's give him a shot. That's going to beef up shortstop, so that's going to move the Village Idiot to the bench. But it does give me a good shortstop there, who's a better fielder than Boyd. Let's put that out there. Arm's about the same. He's faster. About the same contact, but he's a good power hitter. Good power hitter. That's the edge right there. He doesn't have the traits, that's true. But dude is a more complete player. I like it. It was between him and Boyd, ironically, for who we signed as well. And we picked Boyd. And we saw what Shoei did away from a good team. Let's see what Shoei does when he's on a good team. This is good. I like this. Alright, now let's look at league leaders here to see who's the MVP for year 6. Drum roll, please. Your MVP is Hurley Bender, who was released. He threw 2 complete games, had an ERA above 1, and got cut. Oh, he must have been on a shitty team this year. Slayer's the runner-up. Wow, pitchers in the top 4 slots. And they're all aces. Bender, Slayer, Gonzalez, and Woodrow. My god. Wait a minute, Slayer and Woodrow were on the same team. Holy shit. Moonstars were packing this year. Alright. Okay. No wonder they got in with the +1 run differential. They had 2 of the best pitchers in the league. Okay. Cardenas is the leading batter. Head of the class finishes 9th in MVP voting. Good for him. Love to see it. Batting. Head of the class does win the batting title with 429. Doherty finishes in 4th. Worrymore in 8th. And Manning in 9th. No one in the home run category, unfortunately, because we do play at Shaka Sports Turf, so our team leader was Doherty, and that was at 3. League leader had 7, and it was Gustav Gustavsson? What? Good God, that man hasn't fallen off yet. Going to RBIs, Maeve Hurley. She leads the league in RBIs. Head of class finishes tied for 9th. On base percentage, Devin Godsendes is the leader, playing for that top-seeded Grapplers. Diaz finishes 2nd with 467, and Doherty in 3rd with a 463. No one in slugging. On base and slugging, though, Doherty finishes in 5th with 1118. Going over to hits, Diaz leads the league in hits with 30. Doherty finishes tied for 4th with 25, and Worrymore finishes tied for 7th with 24. No one in extra base hits, no one in strikeouts, thankfully. Damian Rush, we added 3 to that total as he leads the league with 22. Runs scored, Diaz finishes tied for 8th with 14. Stolen bases, Doherty also finishes tied for 7th with 5 here. Rod Forth is the league leader with 10. And caught stealing, Robin Yu, Rod Forth's teammate, finishes 3 times he got caught this year. Tied with Lafayette and Kawaguchi. Moving on to pitching, I don't expect any of our guys to be in this conversation whatsoever. Our team leader in saves was 1, and that was a tie between Holcorn, Base, and Cuevas. And Despot. Actually, I think each of them got a save, so like, what the... No one got more than 2 wins in our pitching staff. That would be Emily Bonventre and Pewter Base. Rhiannon Cannon leads the league in wins with 3. Earned run average, Kenneth Browse, the reliever, 0.47, followed by Sebastian Moore with an 0.48, who's now in the free agent pool. And over in saves, Squint Bungalow, the closer for the Hawkwarners, leads the league with 7, tied with Franzilla, the closer for the Moonstars. Moving into whip, Kenneth Grouse leads from the Herbosaurus bullpen, 0.53, and opponent batting average he also leads with 111. Strikeouts, Hurley Bender leads the league with 43 en route to his MVP season, followed by Woodrow and Slayer. Again, none of our pitchers made any of these categories. Strikeouts per 9, again, no pitcher league leaders whatsoever this year. That is just how bad our pitching was, especially later on in the year. But anyway, enough said. We're going to move into the playoffs here, give you a sneak peek at what to expect next episode. Alrighty, here is the preview of the bracket for the playoffs. We are going to be the bottom seed again. We actually have a worse run differential than the Wild Pigs, so they have the tiebreaker over us at 9-7. Yeah, so we're at 9-7. We are taking on the top-seeded Grapplers in the first round, just like last season. Can we pull the upset again against a more dominant Grapplers team, or 14-2? Tune in next time to find out, as we'll play all 3 games at max in that episode to see who advances into this conference finals, which is round 2 of the playoffs. We will be looking to defend our title. I think we can do it. Will the game let us? I don't know. Anyway, let's give you a recap. So in the regular season finale, we do defeat the Overdogs 8-3 the final, as we win rather easily on the back of a good offensive explosion in the first inning. Trenton Deputy also pitched a good quality start, and the bullpen didn't crap the bed for once. They actually didn't give up a single run. Love to see it. Then after the game, we do make one roster move. We cut rookie third baseman Raphael Loins as we bring in second-year shortstop Jameer Shoei, who will be the primary shortstop for the playoffs, as he will take over for Baca Boyd in that role. Shoei has underperformed in his career, and this is a $13 million contract we're taking on for the playoffs, but if he does well, I can consider keeping him for the next season. We'll have to move some money around, but let's see what this kid can do when given a good team. He's played on 2 shitty teams to start his career. Let's see what he does when he's on a winner. And then here's the preview. We are at the bottom seed again, but we're taking on the Grapplers, who are looking to get revenge on us for last year. Are they going to get it? Tune in next time to find out. And that is going to do it for this episode, guys. If you made it this deep, thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me ramble on here for 75 minutes. So hour and 15 minutes for anyone who doesn't want to do math. Thank you so much. Just, letting me, talk this out, sticking around, watching me. Hopefully I entertained you a little bit. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the follow button down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And over on YouTube, if you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And link to Twitch down below in the description to come over here. Next time out, it will be the first round of the playoffs. Tune in to see if we can take the first step to successfully defending our title. Until next time, everyone, this is the Nasty One, signing off.